Hey you guys, what's up? It's Vikeejeah and I am here to talk about the Hourglass Vanish Foundation Stick. So recently, Influenster sent the call out for their influencers to take a survey, and I did. And I was chosen amongst some of the lucky beauty gurus out there to receive the Hourglass Vanish Foundation Stick, along with the accompanying, what do you call this thing? A makeup brush. Okay, so I was in charge of picking out my color, which is a good thing because she matches. And you might be saying to yourself, hey girl, it don't look like it really matches you. And I'm gonna explain that to you. This foundation color absolutely matches me. I've worn it twice before today, just to test out the formula, the wear time, the coverage, etc., so that I can give you guys a full-blown review and my best ideas for how to use it on oily girls. So you get a smooth 1/4 of an ounce in here. That's not a lot considering liquid foundation is a full ounce at least, sometimes a little less depending on the concentration of the pigmentation. This foundation stick is super concentrated in pigmentation, and it is a stick. It's a solid formula, so you're not going to use as much as you would a liquid. You're also not going to waste as much in your brush. And according to Hourglass, with the information that they provided us, the features and benefits of this foundation are double the amount of pigment versus traditional foundations for instant full coverage. Its formula adjusts to body temperature to blend into the skin for the smoothest, most seamless finish. 12-hour long wearing waterproof formula, available in 26 shades. High performance, PETA approved foundation brush designed with an ideal shape, density, and texture to achieve the most seamless finish. So this brush is actually specifically designed for this foundation. They are not sold together, just to let you know. So they give the suggestions for how best to use this foundation. Baby, you're snoring. Yeah. And for the suggestions on how to use this foundation stick, it says to prep the skin with the Veil Mineral Primer. The Veil Mineral Primer. Apply 2 to 3 dots of Vanish to each section of the face, forehead, cheeks, and chin. Start with less and add more as necessary. Formula is highly concentrated. So I did what they said. I know my skin situation, so dots aren't really gonna cut it for me. But if you have flawless skin already, then by all means do what they said. I'm going to suggest, if you're someone with hyperpigmentation, with acne scars, etc., to turn those dots into swipes. 3, buff in with the Vanish foundation brush in tiny circular motions for the most seamless finish. And as far as the results using this foundation, according to their focus group, 100% reported Vanish was fast and easy to use. 97% reported Vanish covered redness and skin imperfections. 94% reported Vanish covered skin discoloration, pores, blemishes, and dark under eye circles. 90% reported Vanish covered hyperpigmentation and dark spots. Note that 90%, because here's my review. Vanish foundation, accompanied with the brush, gives me medium coverage. I have to use a lot of this foundation in order to get full coverage. And since I don't want to waste a $46 foundation stick that is 20.25 ounces of product, what I did instead was color corrected today. I tried it twice without doing this, and this time, your girl is flawless. And that is because I used the Pantone color corrected conceal palette, as I have demonstrated for you guys in a previous video, and that was the way I was able to achieve this face. Now, using an orange corrector, I received more warmth than this foundation gives you, because it did, you know, kind of distribute itself into the foundation as I was buffing it in. So it is not as warm as it looks, so it is also not as light as it looks at the moment. But as far as performance, as far as finish and things like that, what you see is what you get with this foundation. This glides on very nicely. I used a full mattifying foundation primer, and I also set my face with a pressed powder. So depending on how you choose to do your makeup, the results will vary. I'm letting you know exactly what I did in order to achieve this face today. You will see a snippet of the foundation portion of my makeup routine, just so that you guys can get a feel for how this foundation was applied in this case. And I will say that I am already a fan of Hourglass, so I was really excited when Influenster said that they were going to send me this for review. I want to say this is almost $100 worth of stuff right here. I don't know how much the brush is, I didn't look, but I will link it for you in the description box. But the foundation itself is 46 bucks. Hourglass is an expensive brand, but they are also a high quality, highly raved brand. It's $52 for the like 1 ounce of the primer, Veil Mineral Primer. That's the one that I bought, and y'all, that primer is everything. You be so mad at yourself. You're like, you be sitting there like, damn, I hate that this costs so much. God, my makeup looks so good. You know, you just can't help it. They make great quality stuff. I have one of their mineral blushes, like the radiant blushes. I definitely intend to get more of their radiant products, because for everyday glow, on me. Beautiful, 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 beautiful stuff. And everyone that I know who owns Hourglass products loves Hourglass products. I want to say this foundation stick is no exception. This came right on time too, because I'm almost out of my normal foundation that I use, the mattifying one. This one leaves a natural finish to the skin. I used a lot of mattifying products. I set everything with powder today, and I still have a nice, healthy glow. I've only had this foundation on for maybe 4 hours. I'm not as oily as I was the other days. I will say, if you're an oily girl, you really have to send in reinforcements to wear this foundation throughout the day. Natural to satin finishes tend to, if we're not careful as oily girls, become oily on us, because we already produce enough oil to keep things glowing. So yeah, I would highly advise you to use something like Makeup Forever Step 1 in Mattify. This is what I used all over my face today. I usually just use it on my nose, but I said, you know what, lesson learned from yesterday. Let me go ahead and put it all over my face and see what happens, and I really like the results. I color corrected, as I mentioned. I think I would go a little bit lighter or mix my color correction next time, but in the areas where I tend to have hyperpigmentation and acne scars, which was primarily up here, I got rid of some of the discoloration around my mouth, and then I went over that with the foundation. I started out, you know, kind of going around the color correction and then blending everything in, and then going on top of the color correction and buffing it out as well. I used this brush primarily, but I will be honest with you guys when I say that it is actually not very good at stippling. It's very good at what they tell you to use it for, which is buffing in small circular motions. But if you're gonna color correct, you're gonna need a different brush. I use my trusty number 66 from Sephora Pro that looks like the Beauty Blender, and it's a extremely densely packed brush. This is fantastic for stippling and seamlessly blending things in. So I use these two together to achieve the flawless finish that you see. So what's my final verdict on the Hourglass Vanish set, if you will, or the duo, I should say, because it is not a set. You cannot get it as a set. I will say that you don't need the brush. I don't think you need it. I think it serves its purpose. I think it does well, but I think if you already have a rounded angled kabuki brush in your tools, you don't need it. As far as this goes, this foundation is beautiful. It really is. I think it's better for dry skin than oily skin, but it's not a foundation that oily girls cannot use. If you want a natural finish, or even just a little bit of radiance, maybe like a satin finish to your foundation, if you prefer that, then absolutely get it. I think it's great. I think that this foundation is better suited for people who already have fairly even skin. I think that it provides a full coverage for people in those cases. I think if you have more issues with your skin, evenness, hyperpigmentation, things like that, then they're going to use more of the product, which means you're going to run out of it faster, which means you're going to be spending $46 a lot quicker as well. So that's my verdict. I like it. I'm happy I got it. Would I buy it again? Yeah. I didn't buy it this time, but I'm saying, like, when it runs out, would I buy the product? Yes, I would buy the product. So I want to thank Hourglass and Influenster for, you know, giving me something else to try. I thought that they had already, like, kind of washed their hands of me after my Maybelline stuff. Maybe they listened to my videos and they were like, well, let's give this girl something she would buy us for. High-end makeup snob strikes again. Thank you so much for watching this review. If you liked it, do give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section if you have tried this foundation stick, because it is actually available already, as is the brush, which I will be linking both in the description box for you to shop. It is comes in 26 colors, and I forgot to mention to you guys my color. My color is almond. I'm the color almond, which is the 4th to darkest shade. So they have 3 other shades that are darker than my complexion. They have, of the 26, just really quick, of the 26, I want to say half of these are for brown skin. And that's from light brown to deep brown. Very, very nice color range, you guys. Got to give it up for Hourglass, and they do undertones beautifully. Anyway, I'm going to wake up the teddy bear back there, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.